Hello and welcome. Do you want more joy in your life? Well, how do you make joy an everyday occurrence? Today, we're going to work on how you can jumpstart your joy so you can have it more consistently throughout your life every day. Hello, I'm Carol DeChaine, your intuitive spiritual guide for practical matters and certified Marconics Energy recalibration practitioner. In case you don't know me very well, you might not realize that joy is one of my favorite things. You probably could guess it if you knew that my business name was Connect to Joy. Well, joy can be a really hard thing to describe without actually using the word joy because it's so self explanatory if you've ever had it. But if you haven't, usually you feel it, at least everyone I've talked to, you feel it with one moment where you become speechless. You feel a sense of awe, maybe a sense of peace, and you have a deep, abiding happiness, for lack of not being able to use the word joy in here. You feel more connected to source, to yourself, to others, and kind of have a sense of knowingness. Any or all of those feelings can be part of this. And then once you have that moment, then you feel this lightness and you might laugh and be in this joy for a longer period of time after the initial quiet and amazement. When do you feel joy? Well, it doesn't take money to have joy. Some of the poorest people have joy every day. And yet, some of us who have more get distracted. We have every day that we get, we are rushing around, we're busy, we have our children we're taking to sports and all these other things that they're doing nowadays. And then we have us, maybe with business or the family itself, or just one thing after another, and we get distracted from turning towards that joy. It's like a copper penny where we go, oh, when really the joy is in front of us and even inside of us. But we get distracted and we don't even realize that that's what's happening. We want these lighter moments that will make everything else work for us. But it takes practice to feel joy, honestly, because then we can stay connected to it, and that can be a whole heck of a lot of fun. So I'm going to tell you some homework you can do if you like, just even a little bit here and there to give you an idea of how much more joy that you can have in your life. So you ready? Step number one, the first thing you'll do is figure out what brings you joy. What about your life brings you joy? And then once you figure out what it does, you need to second, practice it. So first is to figure out what brings you joy, and second is to practice that joy, even if it's only for 5 minutes, whatever it may be. Take that time and practice your joy. And the third step, the third thing you can do is figure out what takes away your joy. What distracts you? What gets you off course? Are you angry a lot? Are you frustrated? What have you allowed yourself to be away from joy with? Because we choose those things. We choose our emotions and how we connect and how we react to things. And we really, even if we initially react in a poor way that brings us away from joy, we can quickly turn it around if that's what we want to do. And then get away from those negative things as we move along. And of course, the fourth step, after we figure out what brings us joy and we practice it, however long that you allow yourself to do every day, and then figuring out what takes you away from joy and changes your focus. And then fourth thing is to get rid of a couple of them. Choose what you want to distract yourself from and dump them or delegate them or interrupt that long process of office. Maybe if you have an hour that every hour on the hour you're supposed to get up and walk around for 5 minutes, find a way to make it fun and find the joy in those 5 minutes every day, every hour, maybe even. It takes practice. Like I said, you can have it though all the time if you want it, underlying everything in your life. Even in the face of tragedy, you're going to be able to carry that bit of peace that bit of whatever joy you have, that connection to source or to other people or yourself, you'll still carry that even with other things going on around you. It'll just become a habit. And I got to say, it's got to be better than any drug because it will totally change your life. Little by little, bit by bit, you'll get happier. You'll feel healthier because you have that joy shifting your cells around. And you'll probably get wealthier because you won't fight your good as much anymore. You just will find yourself smack dab right in the middle of what your life should be. The wonderful parts of things that you want, because it will just line up into and right in a row the things that you want out of life, things you won't even know that you want, because the joy will be there helping you to move through it. And practice joy. I mean, it is worth it and it is sure a heck of a lot of fun. So thank you for joining me today. If you like what you hear, please do subscribe to my channel and click on the bell notification so you know the next time that I put up a video. And if you'd like to learn more about me at Connect to Joy, by all means, check out my website and you'll find there Marconics Multidimensional Energy, No Touch, and Recalibration sessions for the Ascension modality. And you'll also see energy space clearing for your home and your office, as well as Change Your Money Karma VIP days and other types of counseling and life coaching sessions. Thank you so much. And until next time, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.